Hello and welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm just watching the count on the people watching, and it's just gone down by 20 people in 5 seconds. So that's great. Everyone's leaving my stream. So hello to everyone who is here and who hasn't left, but of course that's probably just YouTube. Oh, now it's just doubled. Now it's back to 40. Hello to everyone here. Capalicious, Stu Henny, Steve Rossi, RDN Kenki. Kenki, ooh. Hiffy, how you going? Kim, Median, Magic, Squirrel Sniper, Foss, and everyone else, 17, Joy, Yelena, Callan, Questions and Narrative, Texas Farmer, nice to see you from Texas. I hear there's a few issues going on in Austin at the moment. I think there's issues going on all over the USA at the moment, unfortunately. Lady Lux, hello, Just JP. Oh, and of course, Ms. Sherry Ives is here. Thank you all. Who are we? Jay, hello. I've got a son called Jay. CJ DV. How you going? Yes. Dutch. He saw the Dutch footage. So I was watching this last night. Well, I was watching this video last night of the Florida Keys, where he's found some stars, submerged star cities is what it looks like. Of course, when I'm watching this stuff, I bring up Google Earth and start searching, and I found a few other interesting bits around there. So I thought we'd just go have a bit of a look and just kind of build on what Dutch has discovered there. And of course, you know, Dutch did discover this. I'm just standing on his shoulders. So Mike Zudnich, how you going? Visionary Life Hacks, nice. From West Wales, out in Martin country. Who gave Sniper a spanner? I know, right? He's on the loose. He's branching out. 100 people already. All right. Thank you all for being here. Bermuda. Okay, we're going to be looking around Bermuda at the moment. Yeah, there's star forts everywhere there. So without any further ado, we'll jump into it, and then I'll come back and have a chat afterwards. So let me present my screen. Of course, I don't have the... Hang on. Now let me present my screen. All right. So this is, of course, the Google Earths. And all these dots are forts or star forts. Old world remains. Oh, come on, Google Earth, move. Thank you. All right. Oh, gosh. What is going on? Now it's not going to zoom for me. Oh, hello. Oh, my God, this is not... What? Okay, so Google Earth is not... Gosh. All right. Give me 1 minute. I'm just going to restart Google Earth because it doesn't want to zoom in or do anything. God, it knows we're onto it, I'll tell you. All right, so while that gets set up, this is... where are we? Gosh, I don't have all my screens up. Sorry, bear with me. I'm getting there. Dutch synth, there we go. So this is all from, like I said before, Dutch synths video. So if you haven't, go across to Dutch synths, hard to say, and subscribe, like, everything. Check out his videos. He started off doing a lot of earthquakes and stuff, if you don't know about him. So he knows, you know, he spent a lot of time looking at, you know, maps, the world, Google Earth, all this kind of stuff, satellite imagery, and he's discovered star forts. And now I won't play I don't know if he'll get me for a copyright, but basically he shows this map and he goes down to Florida Keys here, and we'll have a look at what he's discovered. And while I'm here, I was going to give a shout out to young Mr. Luke from Ancient Historia, and he's been doing a series on pyramids, an old book he's found on pyramids. and very interesting. Go and check it out. There's about 4 or 5 of them up now. But he did this the other day. This was in this book, and this is the Temple of Solomon. You can see it says down here, Temple of Solomon. And look at the size of this thing. Okay, these down here, like that's a dome, right? These are big 3, 4, 5-story buildings. And we have this. And you can see up the top here, now I'll just play it and see if he zooms in for us. We've got like a whole city, which is built on a layer which you can see is above this. This structure actually goes under the ground. So I find this really interesting because this is what we're starting to discover. And of course, shout out to Ben. Let's shout out everyone at Waking Up Analog, who has spent years going through old newspaper archives and going through all the articles. And what he's found is that when they dig down, things get bigger. And we kind of know this, right? The further down you go, the bigger the structures. And we know about, the bigger people, right? The giants, and before them, the titans. And, in the Bible, it says that Adam was 60 feet high. So is this what's, is this what's under the ground everywhere? Like a whole civilization that got completely covered up, and then another civilization gets built on top that's slightly smaller, gets covered up. And up we go, and we're up on about the 6th level or something. So, yeah, I just found this picture really interesting. So I thought I would point that out. You can see this has a whole city built on top. These are all people walking around the outside, around the outside, around the outside, and up here. So a whole massive city, a Colosseum with a pyramid in it, and just this massive, foundation, right? Is this what bedrock is? Right? Like, it's rock, right? It's been laid in a bed of mortar, maybe, I don't know, but same design features, but very large. So there you go. So let's see if Google Earth is wanting to work. Oh, okay, I think we have success. All right, let's do this again. Hello to everyone. 173 of you watching. Thank you all for being here. All right, so let's jump in. Okay, this is Google Earth. Again, all of these markers are star forts. So if we come down here, this is Cuba. Let's hope, yes, look at this. Google Earth's even going to work for us. Cuba's covered in, this whole area is covered in, star forts and old world. Oh my God, what happened to that? Good on you, Google Earth. So we got one there. We've got one here. One here. Yeah. So this is, it's almost like Malta. Look at this one, huge one here. So they're all over the place. And of course, old world Florida, another shout out, right? Has put forth the theory that this is the region of Atlantis, pretty much. The Fertile Crescent and the mullet of America, apparently. Down here we have Fort Jefferson in the Dry Tortugas. This is, again, if you haven't heard my story, this is the first video I ever made was on this star fort because, how weird is it? It's literally just out in the middle of the ocean. What was that? What was that? A bit of a cover up there. Hey, Google. Yeah, so a star fort that makes absolutely no sense, apparently made during the Civil War. It's the largest brick building in the USA, I think. I'm not sure if it's all the Americas. 16 million bricks. Obviously had to be brought out here, laid, built, everything. And of course, it was never used. And if you look into it, it's all this stuff. This is all, let's have a look. This is all cistern. Like, this is all for water. Come on, give us a better view than that. All this stuff that Google doesn't want to show us here. You can see, look at it. It looks like an aqueduct, doesn't it? But they find cisterns and water, pipes and all this kind of stuff all through these forts. So that is a Fort Jefferson. And across here, whoops, that's the wrong way. Where are we? Now I'm lost there. We're upside down. Okay, so this is where Dutch was looking, down here. And I've got a few stars that'll probably turn off. Oh my God, I've got so many marks on Google Earth. Okay, let me just go All right, so this is what Dutch found up here. Is this the one? Let me look. No, up here. Okay, so Mr. Dutch Synth was looking at this shape here. And this is, you know, we see this in all the star forts, right? This, what is it, a leaf sort of club kind of shape? And then around the outside we have this. I mean, and you can see this straight line and angle here, and you can see almost the thickness of the wall, right, coming up here. And it comes up to here, and it comes down here to there, and then down and across. So that's like a massive, massive star fort leaf, right, with another one inside it. And then he showed, let me get the ruler out. We'll do it Dutch synth style, hey? I'll try and look professional. So as you can see, there's a line from there to there. That's 0.34 miles. And we've got, so if we go, how does he do it? We can move that, I think. 0.34 miles, and you can see it's pretty much the same length to there. Now does it go across out to there? Same length. Oh, 0.34, and you can see this is pretty much, you know, it's all the same lengths, right? And that brings us back to the bottom here. And the one in the middle is here, if you can't see it. Got that one there. So, and again, right, same lengths. And he also showed, it's a bit hard, you know, this is all obviously pretty destroyed, but there was another leaf he sort of showed out here. This may be the top of it. But there is, you know, all this stuff out here. This is obviously swampland, sunken. So like I said, I started looking around, as I do, and I found a few interesting bits and pieces. I mean, look at these foundations, for starters. I've got all these funny foundation shapes all over the place here. This looks like an old maybe canal or something. It's been filled in. You can see this. So, you know, we've got the evidence of foundations, and we have all these funny shapes. I mean, look at this one too, right? Is that the top of another leaf? You can almost see this line coming in there. Because basically what Dutch is proposing is that this is the center sort of city, and then it has these radiating lines coming off it, which, you know, this is what we kind of see in the star cities, right? And one of them leads down here, and this is obviously where they've, you know, they've got some build up here, but again, we get these funny shapes, right? Like, look at this one. And you can see this has almost got on the outside of it. See, there's another one imprinted in the ground there. Kind of like those, I call them star bursts, you know, where they look like they're exploding out the top of a star. So we've got this one here, and then we have another one here. See that? So let me try and be professional again. So if we go from there to there. All right. Whoops. Then across. So I didn't, what was that? That's 0.15. So if you go to about 0.15, it's about the same again. 0.15. And then down here, and then across through there. I don't know, what do you think? I mean, is this, well, you know, there's this thing called pareidolia where you see things that, you know, that look similar that aren't really there, but that's a pretty good shape, that one. And with this next to it, you know, this one looks, you know, obviously upside down. But look at these, man. These are clearly man-made canals, right? Look at them. Look how straight they are. And I haven't looked in to see if these, you know, if they say they built these recently or not. Because you can see this one goes straight up here into this marina. But I doubt that they built these too big here, which, I mean, look at this, right? Clearly, these are what we see in the Star Cities. Got another, you know, funny pointy shape here. So is this a massive sunken city is the question. Another one. What have we got out here? Oh, yeah, so, I mean, this, you know, that other, not as good, but another sort of similar shape, but again, motored, right? It's got a motor around it. You can see all these, you know, I mean, look at the edges here. This is, they're man-made canals, in my opinion. And what I've also got a couple of maps that we'll have a look at. Now, I've shown it. So that's pretty much, you know, I was having a look around. So go and check out this area and see what you can find, because, I mean, this is, you know, these squares here, you can see this is Google and satellite imagery where they place it in. So these squares here they're not shapes, but there's some pretty interesting stuff around here. Like this, you know, look at that shape there. It looks kind of not natural. And of course, I think you can go down here. So if anyone's out there, go and have a look and see what you can find, because it's a pretty interesting landscape. That looks like a little star. All right, anyway, so there you go. That's what Dutch Synth is talking about. Massive star cities. So is, oh God, where was it? Up here. Is this a big leaf of a star fort? So you can imagine how big, you know, this city or population would be. But that's kind of what we find, right? Cities, and then we have like outer, you know, these what I call satellite cities. Actually, I think I may have stolen that from Colm Gilney, but yeah, satellites. So what I did was I found a map and I overlaid it. As you can see, if we get out of here, this is Florida in the 1700s. And this, of course, it's not a perfect fit. Obviously, the water levels have changed for one, but, you know, this is a flat rectangle trying to put it on a ball, right? You can see they sort of try and curve it. But this is why when they get old maps, the first thing they do is copy them and then cut them up. Cut half of them out so that they can fit them on a globe. Oh, whoops. Oh, my God. Now I've just moved the map. Well, that's not good. Okay, about there. Okay, so first thing, and it's not the, sorry, when I zoom in, you can't see that much, but there's a town. Well, there's a name here, right? Muspa, M-U-S-P-A. And as you can see, this is a landmass. This isn't sunken like we see today. This isn't, how do I do this? Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Yeah, this whole area, this is the sunk bit. Oh, I can show you this way. Right, down here, this is all now water. You can see it doesn't match up. It's not drawn in here. It's drawn as land with mountains behind it and a city there, or at least the name. So that's one interesting thing. Is that a sunken city? And the other really interesting thing on this map is this big star. And again, it's not the best contrast, I know. How do I turn those names off? God, turn the names off. I don't know how to drive this. But down here, this is a big star city. and it's huge. If we go down here, you can kind of see the outline, right? And if I take, like, it's like this. It's huge. Now down here we have a star, but in comparison to what's on this map, it's absolutely just miniature. All right, we come out on this map. Well, and look at the size. That's the star that's drawn on it. So I had a look around here, and there's excuse me, I couldn't find that much. A bit lower down, I kind of had a look and thought, you know, is this maybe the remains of a bastion? Up here as well, we kind of get one of these shapes, you know. So, but not much left there. You know, clearly been flooded out, built over, and everything. But you know, if you're in Florida, Dr. Longo, is there anything around this area? Inland of Marineland. Oh, Marineland. There you go. Is that a giveaway? Is that where Aquaman lives? And of course, look at this. I mean, that's man-made, right? Straight edges. And you can see the size of this, if I can speak, compared to this. You know, this is a whole marina they've built out, right? I mean, this is just on a different scale. So what is here? I'll bring it out again so we can see, but right there, we find this huge star. And of course, it's close to some other tiny stars. So yeah, I think, you know, I've sort of lined this up as well as I can, this map. But like I say, the shorelines change because that river is not there anymore. But up the top here, we have a couple that I think are lined up. So we've got rivers coming down here, and then we've got, if you zoom in, these are rivers up here somewhere. I didn't find them last time. Coming down, you can see they're all sort of dried up, but they're all coming down here. So there we go. Like that's Florida, right? The mullet of America. Sorry, I'll stop saying that. So what's going on? You know, we've got star forts everywhere around here. We've got Mr. Dr. Longo, of course, from Old World, Florida, proposing that this was Atlantis. And we know that, you know, people back in previous times were larger. So is that what's going on here? I've got the Old World map, got Florida, and down here, stars. And like I said, the land is shown as solid, right? None of this swamp lands. So there you go. What do you think? And of course, star forts everywhere, all through. I mean, look at this, big lines of them. So then I thought I should go and look at some maps, right? Some maps of Old World Florida. Jeez, man, everyone's getting shout outs everywhere. 280 of you watching me. Thank you all for being here. All right, so Florida. So, oh, hang on. What? Yep. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, so this is Florida. It says, and the Canal of the Bahamas in the 1500s. And look at this. Look at all the water, like completely inundated, right? Completely flooded out. This would be the Dry Tortugas, I think, where the star fort is. This is the Keys, obviously, little bits of them. But look at this. You know, so is this showing us that, you know, Florida got completely submerged and inundated? And then if we go forward, it looks like over the time, it started to dry out a bit. This one, again, this is 1696, it says, and this is Florida. And look, a massive, that's not even a canal, right? This is the ocean going right up into into the mainland USA, and this is just all washed. It's just islands. And of course, the area we were looking at was kind of down here. So this is the thing: was this solid? Then it got washed over and inundated and flooded. The water levels rose, and then over time, it sort of drained off again. But a lot of it stayed underwater, which is what we're looking at. 17. Now this is 1703, or so they say. So we're looking at 7 years difference, and look at Florida. It's round, right? And this is what we saw in the last one. And we also get this big sort of, it's called a peninsula, but no swampy lands here down here really. I mean, maybe this blue. I don't know if the blue's supposed to show that it goes in a bit, but it's not like we see on the maps today, which is very interesting. And of course, you can see how built out the Americas were. Stuff everywhere, all through the Bahamas. Back in 1703, this one, what's this? Did I get the wrong map on here? Hispaniola, Jamaica, Insula. Is this upside down? I'm not sure. This is clearly just an old map. I mean, look at this. So this is Haiti. I don't have a year on this one, but look at all the cities everywhere. Right, big, castle, old world cities. Here on Borichin, what's that these days? I don't know. Is that Cuba? No, if that's Cuba, then this would be, is this, I don't know. South America? It's very hard to tell. Haiti. Yeah, so I think Florida's up here, and that's South America. Insula. Just Jamaica, right? Just cities everywhere. Not what they tell us in history class. This is the one that I overlaid. Look at this. Florida. Lions. Isn't that interesting? Of course, we've got some natives here shooting the lions while they're asleep. That's not very nice. And there's this story, where did we know everything's been moved around? Like, did they moved out lions from the Americas out, to other lands, and then sort of wiped them out, hunted them? Because this is, we see these lions everywhere, right? And when the lion lays down with the sheep and all these things, it's the wolf now, though, isn't it? Mandela. But yeah, I just find that interesting that they're depicting lions in the Americas, and this is 1700s. But this is once a massive star fort here. This is, I don't know, kind of symmetrical. Could be a star fort, could be, water. But again, a big city down here, which is no longer there, and a name that doesn't show a city, but it's marked out as something being there, or a regional, I don't know really. Florida again, so this is 1792, like 100 years later, and it's kind of back to what we see today, right? This is now all swamp, and we've got the Keys. So is this all what we're looking at? Oh, there we go, and then we have a nice old building. So this is okay. So this is from Florida too. This is the building that was poured, I think. That's all geopolymer. Where is it? It's in, I can't remember, Saint something. What's it called? The Tampa Hotel. So Tampa, I mean, this is Tampa, Florida, right? Look how Moorish that looks. Let's see if we've got another map. And look at Florida here. What's going on there? Like, just completely different. We've got islands off the coast here. So this is 1600. So again, did it get inundated? Like literally the whole, most of, Florida covered in water, and then it's, that sort of structure, and then it's drained off, because that's kind of what these maps look like they're showing. Right, even over here, completely different to what we see today. And of course, castle cities everywhere, right? Back in the 1600s. Tali, Naguata, Mithona, Shag, Akana, and of course over here, what do we have? Shalagua, right? That's pretty much where Chicago is. Cadillac, oh, Cadillac Sheeg, Imay. So all these cities, already built out in the 1600s. And this is just a picture. I think this was the thumbnail. But you can see like these shapes and these man-made. I mean, these are 100%. I mean, these, see how they're a lot thinner and smaller. So these, are probably, newer construction, I would think. But these ones, old world. I mean, and you can just see in here, right, these unnatural shape. Nature doesn't do right angles and things. But we see that kind of stuff everywhere. So there you go. I think that's the end of my mappage. So how is everyone? Oh, 329 of you watching. Hello. Let's have a look. What is everyone saying? Oh, and there's Ancient Historia channel. Everyone go across and check out Lukey's channel. Give him a sub, a like, all that kind of stuff. So someone thinks that the map makers were drunk. The thing about, and I hear this a lot, is, that's fake or they've got it wrong. Map making back in the day when these were made, they weren't easy to make. What we're told, right, with the history we're given. But the history we see, there was definitely a period where, we were set back and we were in boats. So kings has paid for maps to be made. So what do you think would happen if you took a map to a king that was wrong and he sent his army out to sail somewhere and they all crashed on the rocks? Your life would be fairly short. So my opinion on that is, no, they're all, I think a lot of them may have been on previous maps, but as far as people just doing a bad job or, just being lazy, I really don't think that would have been an option for a cartographer. Hey, the program, how you going? Oh, thank you very much. Social Whipper, how are you? California, Star Traveler. Is that a song? Gold Press, hello. There's Lukey's channel again. Oh, thank you very much, Cowgirl in Arizona. Do you like my purple shirt? Aussie. Now, I also want to show you something else in a minute. And I've got some more we can always go through. I've actually got a million tabs. I was going to do the live on something else because I had so many tabs, but then I found this. So maybe we'll integrate it. All right. So, oh, it's a party. All right, no worries. It's only 7:50 a.m. here in Perth on, I have no idea what day it is. I think it's Thursday. Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Oh, thank you, Kat. I love you too. Yeah, Old World Florida is doing an amazing job uncovering stuff. And of course, a lot of the community, just recently we've all sort of connected up, with Old World Florida, with Ben from Waking Up with Analog. Hello, Spiritual Sunshine. Mike on the Titans, Stellium 7, Bernie. But it's really starting to go somewhere, this information and the stuff that's fine. The stuff that Ben comes out with, of what they've actually found hide from us is amazing. But anyway, so I got some tuning forks. Can you see it? Oh my God, there's one. Now this is, what do they call it? I'm going to have to turn my light on. This is just called a crystal tuning fork, 4098 hertz. Now, I made an unboxing video, and when I was editing it, it didn't pick up the sound of my forks. It was quite forked. So this fork gets dinged on a crystal. There's my quartz crystal. So tell me, guys, can you hear this? Okay, do that. Let me know. Yes? All right. Cool. Oh, sorry, Sherry. Well, I wonder why I recorded then. So that's obviously a very high pitch. This is for like, you know, third eye activation, clearing, and all that kind of stuff. So that's very cool. And I even had this, and this is called a dingy thingy. And what you do with the dingy thingy is you get one of these, oh, a disappearing fork, and you ding it. This one's a bit lower. Can you hear that? Someone's deaf dog woke up. Can you hear? This is obviously a lot lower. This is OM 136.1 frequency. It's not a fork though. Yeah, this is a fork. So this one's, see, it has, oh, you can't see it there. See how it's got those weights on the bottom? They're basically so this doesn't have to be like 2 feet long. No, we've got nose, cat, yes, some, no, didn't hear that. Very low, this one. I'll try it again. Very low sort of hum. And I'm just wondering, like, hang on, I'll try it in a different spot. Is that better? So you might be able to, now this one has, see that bit on the bottom? The boot, it's like an amplifier. So this one you actually touch, you ding it and actually you put it on yourself and it like sends the vibrations into you. This is for like working on things like my shoulder, right? On actual physical ailments. And this one is a third eye. So I shall ding this. So yes, be prepared. It's a little bit higher. Is it better there? So this is like for your third eye and they hum, they keep humming ages these because they're very, very good quality. And I'll show you what else I got. I did get it. I've only got this yesterday. I haven't had a good play around with it. But I did get this. I won't take them out, but basically, so these are all tuning forks as well. God, I've got no space left. So these are actually do, re, mi, so, fa, la. They're all different tunings. I believe they're solfeggio frequencies. So there's that one. And these are all used for healing, for frequency healing. So there you go. Pretty cool stuff. So I need to learn how to use these, how to drive them a little bit. But I was thinking that, you know, maybe I'll do some lives, right? And we can sit around and tune in. Let me know if you'd like to do that. Maybe we can get a bit of group healing going on, because the vibration, it does work. They do use it for remote healing, like what's called sort of quantum healing stuff. But there you go. They all come in nice little boxes and stuff and bags. And this one, I mean, I literally just like touch the crystal. It goes off. Right. It's very high pitch, isn't it? Whee! Whee! Put on your third eye. Whee! Calling awesome. Come in awesome. All right, so there you go. That was a little tuning in session. Oh, well, look at that. I think I lost 20 watches. Well, there you go. They're not tuning in anymore. Yeah, so if you're interested in those forks, there is a link where you can get 10% off. Obviously, you can learn about them first, so you don't have to go and buy them today. But if you want to, please do. Links in description. What do you reckon? Maybe I'll learn how to use them, and we can sit around and meditate. Because you start out, like, you can do a meditation with them. You clear the air, and then you've got this third eye thing, and there's like a little thing you do with it. So I'll look into that. Okay, now, so I'm going to see, I've literally got about 1 billion tabs up. Like I started saying before, I was going to do a live today anyway, but I kind of changed topics. So I'm going to see what I've got up here. Like a lot, I think it's all on France, I think is what I was looking at. Where's the right page? All right, let's check. I think these are all star forts. Or do we want to look at those maps? Star forts are much better than that. Actually, let me show you this. So, okay, I'm just going to let me share. I'm very organized. This is a professional show, professional, as you can see. All right, so this is David Rumsey. As you can see, my 1 billion tabs up here. Lots of maps, but down here, you see, we've all seen maps like this, right? And this is what I was talking about when the map I overlaid on Google doesn't fit properly because it's a square. Look, this is what they do. They get these rectangle maps and look at how much of the map they have to cut out. Like it's got to be over 40% of the map just goes, so that they can get it wrapped around this, right? A ball, because if they start with a circle like this, they've got to make this outside edge a dot like that. They've got to reduce this circumference to a dot. And so to do that, they have to cut out all this map. And that's why none of our maps are correct. I mean, look, there's a cut right here, right through, all right? So all the land that was there, it's now gone. It doesn't exist. Up here in Africa at the top as well, no, it doesn't exist there anymore. And that's why we have all these misshapen maps. And that's why for navigation, they don't use these maps. They use the Mercator projection, which is a flat round map. Because these don't work, because you can see clearly they've cut half the map out. So I just thought I'd show you that. So here you can see what they do. They get them and they just cut them into strips. And they give us a false, so that they can make this. It's all so they can make this. And make you believe that you're, hang on, what do we got here? Interactive. Oh, all right, let's see what happens. I'm going to sip my coffee while I wait for it to load. Wow, all right, look at this. Google Old World. So they've done this with the 1495. What's it called? The big one as well. But this is interesting. So these are old maps, and like I said, they get them, they cut the crap out of them, so they can stick them on a globe. You can kind of see up here. Oh gosh, this is a bit honky. Where they've done these joins. right? I mean, these are all cuts, right? That's a cut. That's a cut. But pretty interesting. Wow. Okay, should we see what Florida looks like? Here we go. Oh, and Florida looking kind of different again. Look at that. So now we've got a massive bay. I mean, all up the coast, right? And we don't really have Florida Keys anymore. So this is, what year is, okay, so this is Vincenzo Coronelli and published 1688. I've got sea monsters here. But yeah, look at the coast of Florida. That's very different. And even on this side, look how it kicks out into this big dog leg heel thing. Oh, gosh, this is hard to drive. And islands all down the coast of Florida. That's interesting. And that would be, what do they call it now? I don't know what it's called. It's like a barrier. Because they have a canal up the coast of Florida now. So again, is this where it got washed over and it's still sort of draining off the water? Pretty interesting. And look, this thing is just rotating by itself, right? It's trying to program us that the Earth spins. I tell you what. All right, up here, look at this big village. Oh, got what? That looks like a sled. I'll be out. What? How? Canada? What is going on here? All right, they're calling Canada down here. And they're showing sleds, but that's not Canada. Canada's like up here, isn't it? Very strange. But look at the amount of cities. 1688, the whole place just built out everywhere. And in all of these old maps, there's always Florida and always Virginia. This is called Pilgesta. Oh gosh, Proncia. I don't know what that means. So, but here we go. Florida. Always got Florida. I don't know why Canada. That's bizarre, right? Florida, Canada. And look, see, they're sleds like you would see in the snow. There's clearly no snow. And this dude, I think that's a kayak. That's bizarre. And, Phoenicians. Phoenicians out on the ocean. Look at that boat. That's very cool. And, yep, California is an island. So this is, we see this again on old maps too. So is this, showing us that there was a big inundation, the seas covered most of the land, turned things into islands, covered, filled in all the valleys. And then over time they kind of drained off, because there's also maps of Australia with an inland ocean in it, that, where it's all flooded out. So definitely lots of earth changes, right? Is that Japan? So that's Japan. Look at that. Looking very different. Much, much bigger. I think that's 2 or 3 islands now. What's it called? Del Giafone Nifon Gipun. I don't know. It's all Spanish to me. Excuse me. Now, I'm just wondering if it's going to show Yonaguni. But I think Yonaguni's out here somewhere. Which is, of course, a sunken what is it, temple, like sunken building. What do we got down here at Antarctica? Oh my gosh, that actually does look like Google Earth. That's literally the picture you get when you try and zoom in on Antarctica and Google Earth. And there's only half Australia. Woohoo! New Holland. So they've only mapped out half. And New Zealand, wow, New Zealand was big. If I think that's the other edge of it. What's that? Tasmania, maybe? Van Diemen's, maybe? Is it? Terra? Yeah, Demons, yeah. So that's Tasmania, which was originally called Van Demons Land. I always thought that was weird. Demons, what? But it's D-I-E-M. And no Antarctica apart from line. So there you go. Didn't know that was there. So davidrumsey.com does have interesting stuff, but again, this is now not an accurate representation because they've cut out half of the land. Half of the picture is missing, which is of course the way they love to present information. All right, so let's see what else I have here. I've got all these things. No, that's not the one. Let's have a look at this. Star Forticus. All right, let's see what happens when I click this. We get a book. All right. So, look at this, showing us all the star forts. So this is from Caesar Francois Cassini, 1754. As you can see down here, we've got all the coat of arms. Oh, that's an interesting fish. And star forts. Walled cities. Montpellier, Villa Azzetti, Brescu, Rocroi. Look at that. That's a whole massive star city. Charlemont. And here we've got like explanations. Now, De Roy, I think, is king, right? So what's Rocroi, I wonder? No. Look at that one. Made forts, right? Made for war, clearly. Clearly. All right. Let us proceed. I have no idea what's coming up here. I think star forts. So this is obviously Mediterranean Sea, Mermaid Sea, like mermaid, water. Merchant, because they all started off in boats. And apparently they chanted. Look at this. So again, here we've got like we see in Florida, these kind of breakwaters, and with bits where the ships can get through and into protected waters. Cities everywhere. Okay, and here we go. Look at this. Star. Look at that one. That's a big one. What's that? Boutonnet? Or no, in Montpellier. Where else are we? Okay, over here. So these are probably the ones that they're showing us. But look at the size of these. These are massive star cities. And the same shape as the one that we just saw in Florida, right? Here's another one. And of course, there's cities everywhere, but these big star cities. Now, I think he's just drawn the ones that we saw on the previous page that are going to be in this book. So that is Francais in 1706. So let's zoom in for a ground level look. And here we go. So this date is 1612. 1612. All right. This is how they were living. This is what they could, well, I don't know. Maybe they could, maybe they couldn't construct it, but this is definitely what the cities look like, right? It's full of canals, massive cathedrals, towers, spires, domes, oversized buildings, and all walled star cities. I mean, look at this. This is obviously naming all the different cathedrals, are we going to call them that? These machines. And look at them all, just everywhere. Montpellier. Okay, look at this. A star fort, anyone? And here you can see this is buried. Look at all this dirt up on the wall. Right, so there's a lot more of this underground, which is what we're learning, right? Does it get bigger and bigger as it goes down? I think so. Out here, got a farmer, but his house has lost its roof and half its wall. Right, so clearly masonry. Old world, hit by destruction maybe, who knows. Got the sheep there, rolling up their sleeves, and the Pied Piper up the top here telling them to trust the science. I mean, look at the size of this. Of course, twin pillars, compared to all these houses. But completely walled city. And built with the tech that we weren't supposed to have. Uh, 1636, Montpellier, but I mean, this just shows you again how built out. And you see this everywhere across the realm. Completely built out with cities everywhere. But they tell us, no, the 1600s. What do they tell us about the 1600s? Renaissance, I guess. That's sort of the Renaissance when things were supposed to start kicking up again. But basically, the stories they were coming out of the Dark Ages, right? And so we shouldn't have had any of this stuff because we don't have stories of these massive star cities, right? With these huge citadels being built pre-1600, right? In the Dark Ages and that. So how did they get here? How did they get here? This is that shape that we were looking at in the Florida Keys, right? This bastion kind of shape. See it everywhere. So they're bastions when they're attached and cavaliers when they're not attached. The more you know. And I mean, look at this. This is just massive constructions. Like I said, clearly flooded out. This guy's just gone, bugger it, I'm building on a hill. And why not? Where are we there? Oh, Starford. The Citadel of Montpellier. There you go. We see this shape everywhere. Oh. Okay. And this is back to 1572 now. So this is all. I was looking up Montpellier. This is obviously all Mons Spesl. How do you say that? Mons Speslum. Sulik effigies. Don't know if it's Montpellier. It is city Montpellier, France. So 1572. Same thing. Already built, already completed. If anything, completed and then, a bit worn and destroyed, right? Bits maybe falling off. So not new. It was an accident, I tell you. Just a big accident. But yes, 1572. Right? These stories do not work. Well, that looks rather boring. This is the grid system, of course, that they love, to put over everything, right? Turn everything into squares. Wow, topographical map. Wow, that's hardcore. All right, so let's get back. How do I get back to where I was? Find the place I was before. That was so out of tune. This. All right, is there anything? See, nice starts. We've got this cool stuff. So this is, David runs in. You can put in, anything, right? You could put in Florida. And so if you're looking for old maps and things, and this site has books as well. Here we go. Oh, Captain James Cook. Oh, now that may just be a cover. Sometimes you just get the covers. Sometimes you get the whole book. But yeah, you'll see it'll bring up all these things on Florida. Southern Mississippi and Alabama maps from 1863, coastal surveys. And down here you can, say just Florida, you can put in what day, what years and things you want. But pretty interesting interesting stuff. So what did I have here? A book, and it's just the cover. That's no good at all. But what I have been doing as well, if you're into this, you can at least get the names of the books, right? And then you can search for those names if there's no book attached. And then down here, you can actually do all this right up. You can then search from the publisher, types, regions, and all this stuff. So anyway, very good resource. Except that he cuts all his maps into, cuts half a map, turns them into balls. It's a balls up, I tell you. Now, I thought I had some cool pictures here, but what have I done with them? The Atlanta Veneto. This is a book I've been looking for. I haven't found it yet, but I've got the title. Let me go away. Somewhere. I did have it. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, this one, Atlanta. So this is 1693. It looks pretty interesting. Atlanta Veneto. And I'll see what comes up. Sometimes you get the book up here. This is how you go through the paper. Look, it doesn't want to load. I was getting this issue yesterday. My internet is not being helpful. Yeah, descriptions, geography, Storcia, Sacra, Profana, Politica. So it's like a big, not that I could read it. The Academy of Cosmographica. So I'm going to have a look for this book because it looks kind of interesting, of course. It's when it's all getting turned into things. And of course, this whole globe thing, it's a torus field, right? Inertia plane, yeah. It's a ball of energy, right? It's a little ball of energy, but it's not a solid ball. It's a flat plane. But anyway, Florida, America. Where's Florida? What? What's going on here? America? Florida? Isn't Florida supposed to be here? I had turkeys and deer. Okay, I'm confusion. Virginia and Florida. Where's Florida? What year is this? 1623. Okay. It's not backwards because that, Virginia's on the East Coast. Where is Florida? Oh my God. What is going on here? Florida's completely gone. It's like completely underwater. Wow. American province. The new American province. Maybe this sea creature ate Florida. Floridium trunco-unus. Similar to the Virginians inhabit, I think that's saying. Have they got a fire on the boat, or is that a hand? Is that magic? So you got I don't know what to make of this, because Florida should be here, right? Wow, that's very interesting. So this is a kind of map, right? You can then come down here and go, well, I want more from the publisher or the author. So these are the authors. So you can then search the authors, right? Now this one is, who is it? This is Makeda. So we can then go down and we can search Makeda. And we can see if there's more of these maps. And we get this. This is them discussing their balls. I think my balls are better than yours. No, my balls are better than yours. I'm measuring my ball. Look at the curvature of my balls. So yeah, they used to sit around and talk about their balls a lot. So we get maps like this, which are kind of, see how they're still curved, so they're kind of a bit more accurate. See how, and there's quite a few like this. And I don't even know what we're looking at here. Is that, okay, it's top of Africa. Wow, man, look how square that is. So, very, very different. But what are we looking for? Florida. You can see this is an atlas. So you can go through the whole atlas. We can just come down and it should tell us. No, it's not going to tell us. I'm going to have to find. Is that Florida? Gosh, that is the Middle East. Oh my God, I'm not doing well here, am I? Where's Florida? That's Europe. Maybe that one is. What does it say? Let's have a look. Of course, yeah. Well, Florida's not there. Maybe that's why I can't see it. No, this is not the Americas. Oh. Okay, so and then we have another map book under here. Now this may be the same one. You often find them in black and white and in color, and then down here you can see we've got more pages. Like there'll be more books. So here's another book. So this one, and there's our famous Mercator map. Let's. I mean, look at the shape of South America. Look at that. Covered in cities. Look at the river system. Look at that. And then look, Land of Fire, right? That's covered in ice. Look how close it was. We've got Patagonia. Not on this one. Okay, so we've got a stumpy Florida here. Interesting. So, what do you reckon? It looks like it's all been inundated. This the Mercator Hyperborea map. Of course, this one's showing heaps more land down south. And let's see, Africa, India, Europe. Whoops. Oh, what's that? I wonder what island this is. Oh, Iceland, 1623. Look at that. Okay, so 1623 in Iceland, there was no ice, and of course they, it's called, it's got an S, right? Island, Islandia, and I've said it before. Is it called that because if people came down from the north, Hyperborea, was this the first island that they hit, and so it's called island, right? But then, of course, something happened and everything went cold, and so they just changed it to Iceland, and we have this thing, right? Iceland and Greenland. But you can see cities, right? Everywhere. Look at them all. Cities all over Iceland, and no snow, right? Flowing rivers. They're showing flowing rivers everywhere. So it's not frozen. 1623. Now, of course, this could be drawn from a source map. This actual image of Iceland may have looked like that earlier. It may be a reproduction. We don't know, but clearly it wasn't covered in ice all the time. So Africa, UK, India. Where are we? Is that the Americas? Gosh. Let's have a look. Orientalis. Where's India? China, what? Is that India? The Ganges. Wow, look at that. So look at all this water in here. That's not there anymore. And I mean, look how skinny India is. It's like more of a heart shape today. And look at all these islands. So the whole world, you can see it's all flooded out, completely flooded. And, the coastlines are just completely different to what we see today. It's pretty interesting. I still haven't found where are the Americas? Yeah, so this is why I can't find it, because there's no Florida. Where did Florida go? See, the Americas. This is one we looked at before. No Florida. I do not know what to make of that. So it's 1623. And then we had those other maps that were after that where it sort of showed Florida, but it was completely inundated with water. So is this what we're looking at? Actual maps? Were they going around mapping while the flood waters were up? And we were getting all these different images back. Oh, this looks like that same book in black and white. Mercator's Atlas. All right. Shall we go on? See what is everyone enjoying this? I can't actually see the chat, so hopefully we are. Words. Words don't come easy to me. Well, you know, they do, but I can't be snuffled reading them all. Wow. So some cool maps there. But so that is davidramsey.com. All right, I shall come back and have a chat, because that was very random and I don't know what the point was. 340 of you watching. Thank you all for being here. Wow, I'm already up for an hour. There we go. Florida is underneath the two gentlemen on the bottom left. Really? That last map. But Florida wasn't attached to the Americas. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at that. This one. Yeah, so this is the map, right? Mercator felt 50. Oh, that's when he lived. Florida should be here. Florida should be underneath Virginia, shouldn't it? Or do you think it's going down there? Because, oh gosh, now it doesn't want to load. I wish I had a bigger picture of the Americas. South America. Is that? No, that's, oh yeah, that could be. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Oh my gosh, computer, do you want to load? Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, okay. Is this the Americas? Wow, look at that. Look at that waterway. Vermeo. That's not there anymore, is it? Okay, so yeah, okay, so we got Florida here. Look at this. What? New France. This is very confusing. Okay, I am switching back to Google. I hope it's not up. All right. So yes, you were correct. Florida was there, but when we look at when we've got this bit jutting out here, but that's way up there, right? North Carolina. I mean, maybe it's just different shorelines. Oh gosh, this is very confusing. Like, this is where it gets just like the maps are just so different. And like I said, it could be because they're from source maps, right? Do I have my maps? No. It could be from source maps. Where was I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Oh my God. I'll work this out soon. Is it that one? No, this is okay. So this is an old map. So you see, it pops out, and there's this big inlet here. So again, this whole coastline is completely different. different, right? Look at this inlet. And this, I mean, it's not that pronounced. So yeah, obviously Florida's there, but it's the whole coast. I mean, look at that, right? But the whole coast is just completely different to what we see today. So again, 1623, and this, right? Sea of Vermeo. Right, and of course, some of the maps show California as an island, so you can imagine if that sort of, is that the remains of when it's starting to flood out and join back up. But I mean, and up here, look at this. Is that? I think that's showing an inlet, yeah, with islands in it. Terra Nova, new land. That's a good name. And then islands. All right, and then these crazy people making fires or magic in their boats again. So, yeah, okay. Florida's still there. Okay, we can all breathe a sigh of relief. Florida did not disappear. But the whole coastline here is completely different. And look where Florida is. This isn't even Florida. Oh, maybe it is Florida. But see how, well, maybe they're river. Okay, so this whole area, I gotcha. The green bit, I'm learning, is Florida. It's Florida. Chiaga. Chicago is in the wrong spot. It's normally up here somewhere, but of course this is all different too. So this is a thing, right? The world, it's just very confusion. And here, of course, depicted all the native people. Looks like they're having ayahuasca or something. Americans in Brazil. Virgins. Radishes. Dandelions. I know, it looks like they're having ayahuasca to me, right? They're making up a thing, they're drinking it. These guys, and then these guys are going, what? And they're puking up, which happens sometimes after ayahuasca. So there you go. Florida was there. So Zilla. Thank you. So there you go. Hello, Bernie. How you going? Oh, gosh. Illuminumis. Check out the moon. Okay. The moon's been weird lately. London Man, how you going? The moon has been strange. I was watching it the other day, and it sat in the sky without moving for like every morning for about 4 hours, like from about 3 a.m. 7 a.m. It was in the same spot, man. It's weird. Who else are we? Oh my gosh, I'm way behind on all these things. All right, an hour and 18. The Yar partying. How you going, Knife Man? Oh gosh, sorry, I'm going too fast. Hello, Jolly Man, Sage. Oh, and Sayonara. How you going? Welcome. Nice haircut. Peyote makes you puke, yeah. Peyote, yeah. Well, it does. Mosca too? Could be either, right? Like some kind of plant medicine, right? DMT, that kind of stuff. Mega high tides. So, I mean, is that kind of proof of the flood story? And of course, we know that the dates, for that are probably wrong. Definitely not 12 years, like some are trying to get us to believe. But, we also know that the oldest writings for the Old Testament are what, 1400s, maybe hundreds. So when was this flood? This is the thing. I think things are a lot closer than they tell us. Hello, Odin. Oh, where'd you go? Odin's Raven. Hello, Gillian. Hello, Gold Coast Lady. How you going? He's energized in reaction to the new moon. Yeah. So how is everyone feeling? Again, I need to study astrology. I know there's been and stuff happening, and the energy has been very, very strange. Yes. Did you miss them? I've already showed the new forks. Here is a fork. Oh, Oh, are you ready? Okay. Everyone cover your dog's ears. I'll just do it. I won't do it too loud. Can you hear that? So this is a crystal tuner fork for clearing energy. It actually goes quite loud if I do that. So I have that. I have pineal gland. Ooh, there. Fork. Whee. I have, this is an ohm, which is 135.1 hertz. There. And this one has a boot, which acts like an amplifier. So you can put it actually on yourself when you ring it. This one's really quite low. Don't know if you can hear that one. But yeah, then you can go zzz, and you feel it. You getting tuned. So this will be a tune-up soon. You'll go and lay on a table and people just go zzz, zzz, zzz. You'll get a tune-up. So I've got them, and I do have the pack somewhere. I won't get them all out, but it's like it comes in like a toolkit. It's very cool. There. Tuning forks. So I have to learn how to use them. So if anyone knows how to use them, if there's any tuning fork, professionals out there, maybe you can join us on a live and show us how to use them. Show forked. There you go. Maybe we can have a get forked on Sunday live stream, right? Come and fork someone. So yeah, if there's anyone who knows how to use them, let me know, right? Yeah, right. My ear's been ringing for, God knows, 20 years. They say it's a symptom of, something. Who knows? Either this. Yeah, well, there's a thing about a cat's purr is because we have a kitten in the house. He's asleep though, so I can't show you to him. I can't show you to him. I can't show him to you either. But yeah, cats when they purr, I think they bring your resting heart rate into the right rhythm. But yeah, cool. Yes, tuning forks, and there's a link if you want to grab your own in the description as well. Tune to the moon. How do I tune to the moon? See, this is all the stuff I need to know. Can I tune to the moon? I don't know. 528 hertz. That's a solfeggio. So there's all different. The coloured ones are all different hertz. Man, this thing, you just touch it and it starts ringing. So this one's like 4,000 hertz. Ohm is like 134. So solfeggio is basically not 440, right? Things that end in 9 are very cool. So what's 528 is 50. So that's a 6. 6 is all right. You have the 3 and 6 which rotate, and then you have the 9 on top. So it makes like a pyramid, right? And 3 and 6 rotate because 2 3s are 6. 2 6s are 12, which is 3. 1 plus 2. 2 12s are 24, which is 6. 2 plus 4. 2 24s are 48, which is 3. Because it breaks down to 12, which is 3. So they rotate, and then 9 always equals itself. 9, 18, 27, 36, they all equal 9. So that's interesting. A little bit of a tidbit there for you. Some side information. Only 300 of you watching. 30 people don't like me today. That's fine. Unless it's YouTube. I actually got a question in there from YouTube. So I don't know if the other creators got them, asking what we think of what's going on. And all the questions were about earning and reach and all this kind of stuff. So clearly, YouTube are getting hammered with what they're doing with their algorithms, and no one's happy and everyone keeps. So now they've put out like little questionnaires. They're trying to gather information. So I basically let them have it. So we'll see what happens. Oh, what do you know about cows? Is water still clear in Clearwater? Yeah, is Clearwater up in? Is that Ohio? Clearwater, Ohio. Shout out to everyone who's in Ohio or surrounds. Hope you're all doing well. I saw a video from Sonia, Tree of Knowledge, and she said she was getting affected by it. I'm not sure how close she is. Oh, you didn't invite me to your premiere. Are you talking to me? Hey, man, I shouted you out. You should be happy. You should be happy. You should be thanking. I probably just got you another 1.5 subscribers. I even showed some of your videos, so please don't copyright me and take down my channel, which you would do because you're very competitive. You just want to beat me, don't you? Everyone say hello to Luke and go across and subscribe to Ancient Historia. Certified biofield tuning practitioner. There we go. All right. Did you study with Eileen? I'll just read the rest of your comment before I speak. Through Eileen Day McCusick. Love your channel. Awesome. Well, Summer, if you want to come and, come on live, maybe show us what to do at some point, let me know. And look at this. Now, failed the people. Luke is angry. Campbell, why did I hurt Luke's feelings? What's the matter with you? Are you drunk again, Luke? What? It's probably like midnight UK time. I think. There we go. So Luke is mad at me. So if you did go and subscribe, go across and unsubscribe. Let's really make him angry. No, don't do that. All right. So I basically run out of content and I'm rambling at this point. Oh, Odin, 69 model. I'm a 72, which of course equals 9, which of course is the God number. Saying, just saying. And of course I'm a Leo, which clearly puts me up the top of the pyramid, right? I probably spray people with aerosolized. Is that how I said aerosolized beans? What's an aerosolized bean? And what was it before? If it's been 1 a.m., is it? Yep, there you go. Luke's delirious. Clearly he loves me, but he's woken up delirious. He's not sure what's happening. He's seen me showing his content, and he's lost it. Well, this is the thing, right? Maybe I would have content if Luke was on. Do you think Luke wants to? See, I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking at an hour and a half in, and I'm almost ready to stop, man. It's only 8:46 in the morning here, and I'm only 1.5 coffees awake. So I don't know if I've got another hour. Oh, okay. An aerosolized bean equals a fart. Well, there you go. Please do not your aerosolized beans in elevators. And it sounds like a fart. If it sounds like a fart, smells like a fart, quacks like a fart, it's a duck that. Luke and I are doing a live. Oh, well, there we go. That sounds much better to me because I seriously, I'm still waking up. So everyone, make sure you go across and make sure you're subscribed to Crypto Alchemist, who is just
stream
my strike. What?
Stream bomb. I was just coming into spam to say, don't worry about little Luke. Luke and I are going to do a stream together in 20 minutes. So I'm hopping in the shower, and then we're doing a stream. Love y'all.
Oh, there's a visual for you, girls. Bernie's getting in the shower. So there you go. He will be clean and fresh stream with young Lukey. Oh, okay. These fighting words. Pistols? What about swords? Don't you fight with or is that? Yeah, pistols. What? Yeah, are they the ones that pirates use? Are they called pistols? The wooden ones? I want one of them. But you're on. I can hit you from Australia, but I'm going to get out there and shoot in your general direction. That's correct. What was it called? I aerosolized bean in your general direction. That's right. Take that, Luke. Oh. So they don't smell like roses for you, magic? You can do magic. You can make your fart smell like flowers. A fart is the good of your food. Well, there you go. That's that's a good point. Release the spirits. Release them from purgatory. That's right. Aerosolized pestilence. Yeah, apparently there was lots of aerosolized bean balloons flying over. That's why they had to use heat-seeking missiles, because it was all hot air, you see. Yeah, I know, right? Bloody Bernie and his bombs. It wasn't one of those bombs, though. You know, he could have come on, farted, and left. So I think we should, appreciate that he didn't do that. I like to fart in a room full of angry. It breaks the tension. I think that's good advice for all of us. But just remember, be discreet. Don't be like that kid who tried to hide. Have you seen that video? When he tries to hide his fart with a cough, but he doesn't. He coughs and then he farts. Just bringing attention to himself, really. So I think we all learn how to conceal fart, how to conceal aerosolized beans. That's right. Oh, my mini poodle can take anyone down with. There you go. The fart is a weapon. Be careful. It's bio war. That's what's happening. Pants on the ground. And of course, with his pants on the ground, he's probably farting quite often. Pants knows magic. There you go. Farts. Is that what we're talking about here? Magic farts? Dueling pistols. Maybe we could have dueling farts. What do you think, Luke? We could both go into an elevator with a camera and we could fart and we could film the reaction and we could see who farted better. Whose was deadlier? What's that say? I can't even remember it. I like fart jokes. Farts are great. And Bernie loves us all, even though he's in the shower. Oh, hang on. It's a bit X-rated. Deadly. That's old farts. Us oldies can fart. Yeah, man. We fart all over here, young'un. And by the way, did you know, as a side note, that horses are the most farted upon animals in the realm? There you go. Methane wars. I think methane wars, yeah. Vladimir Putin. Nice. Poo in the tin. Before he does that, he farts in the tin. Because it's a farter. He's farting. Farting. Crack me up. You see, I've clearly got no content left. I'm clearly not coffeed up enough because I've just been talking about farts for 5 minutes. So make sure that you do go across and subscribe to Bernie at the Crypto Alchemist and to young Mr. Pistols at Dawn, Luke at Ancient Historia. And they will be going live in half an hour. And I think they're going to do a deep dive into the ethics of farting in elevators, which is a topic we all need to get into, I think, because how indeed shall we have fart battles without fart etiquette? Oh, we don't want to move it along too much, right? That's when you draw mud. Oh my God, I need to get my brain out of the gutter. I clearly need another coffee. All right. Oi, I'm not that old. He's so old. He farts dust. Yes. No, lots was discussed, Bob. You missed the first food. But thanks for wasting your time with me. And thanks for letting us all know that you wasted your time, because that would have taken more of your time to type. So clearly you like wasting time. So thank you for being here. So there you go. I think I should cut it about here. and losing my mind, and clearly subscribers at the same time. Bobby's upset. Bobby's upset. Bob doesn't like fart jokes. I think the problem is that when Bob farts, no one notices. So you got to bring up your fart game, Bob. You know, you want to be the kind of person that can fart in an elevator and get a reaction that's TikTok worthy. I think so. Yes. There we go. See, Jehuti's not upset. Best ever. Sayonara. So thank you all for being here. I hope you like that. It did start off as with information what Dutch since had found. So make sure you do go across. Check out Dutch's video. The link is in the description. Give him a like and subscribe. Say hello, Autodidactic sent me. I think you need to get him on your show. Let's do that. And while you're at it, Joe Rogan as well. Get me an interview. All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I'll talk to you on the next upload. Bye for now.
It's time to kick it old school.